What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Hope you guys have had a great week. We've got about an hour until Thursday night football kicks off. We've got the Titans at the Packers tonight. Got about an hour until week 11 of the 2022 football season kicks off. About an hour until week 11 of the 2022 fantasy football season goes underway. So, you guys know what time it is, baby. Time for some live week 11 fantasy Q&A. Hop in the live chat. Let me know what you guys need. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let's talk some fantasy football. Let's have some fun. Hit that like button on the way in for me, guys. Hit that subscribe button, of course, if you are new to the channel. Start, sits, ads, drops, waiver wire, roster confidence, roster non-confidence, whatever it may be, whatever you guys need, hop in the live chat. Let's get into it, man. Thursday night starts. Thursday night sits. I guess we could start with that, and then I'll hop in the live chat. So I would start Derrick Henry tonight. The Packers have not been good against the running back position, and regardless, you're starting Derrick Henry on a weekly basis. You're RB5 in full PPR at the moment. I would not start any other Titans player. Maybe the Titans defense if you're desperate, but I don't see a very high ceiling for them this week. I'm not starting any Titans receivers, not starting Tannehill, not starting any tight ends. Derrick Henry, that does it. Desperate defensive stream, maybe the Titans. They've played well enough throughout the season. They're like defense 11 in fantasy, but I don't really like them tonight. In terms of the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, a low ceiling, desperate streaming option. This front seven and this run defense for the Titans is good. This secondary is awful. I think Aaron Jones is a player you can start tonight in the flex or as an RB2 if you need to. You know, it's not a good matchup. This run defense for the Titans is good. It's going to be a cold, stiff game in Lambeau Field. But that Dallas Cowboys defense pretty good against the run. He had 23.6 points against them in Week 10. Buffalo Bills are pretty good against the run. He had 19.7 points against them in Week 8. So, I don't really know if it matters. I mean, 14.5 points against New England in Week 4. So, Jones has played well this season, you know. He does have a shin injury still going on, right? He missed some practice this week, but I think Jones is good to go. I would not personally start A.J. Dillon. I would not. This does kind of feel like the type of game you would want A.J. Dillon out there. Cold game, short week. Jones a little bit banged up. But so far on the season, Dillon has 9.4 or less fantasy points every game except for Week 1 against Minnesota. So I don't like A.J. Dillon tonight. Robert Tonyan, I think, is just too boomer bust. But if you're absolutely desperate, you need a streaming option tight end, you can always throw the dice at Tonyan. But he's got 3 games this year with 9.7 or more fantasy points every other game. 8.5 or under. Just far too of a dart throw for me, man. You're tight end 16 in PPR. All right, I'm very torn, guys. You guys know I don't like Thursday night matchups. You guys know I get concerned with Thursday night matchups. But we got to talk about the receivers for the Packers. Okay, Allen Lazard, I mean, listen, here's the thing. The Packers receivers have a great matchup tonight, okay? The Titans have played awful against the receiver position. But I'm really spooked about Christian Watson. I think Allen Lazard is perfectly fine. He's been consistent enough on the season. We've got a sample size there, right? He's had double-digit fantasy points or a touchdown in every game he's played in this year, except for Week 10, which was last week against the Cowboys. We've got a good sample size for Lazard. We know what to expect, right? Christian Watson, I just am spooked about. We've got one game. He went absolutely crazy against the Cowboys last week, 32 fantasy points. I just want to emphasize, if you start Watson, there is risk here. He's a boomer bust player. Okay, we just don't have enough to go off of when it comes to Christian Watson. So I'm spooked about Watson. When we look at the first 9 weeks of the season, he had a 9.3 performance against New England. Outside of that, in Week 4, he had 6.1 or less points. Okay? And he missed 3 games. I don't know, guys. I got a bad feeling about Watson, but I do think he could perform well due to the matchup. you know. Let's see here. Randall Cobb is back. Sammy Watkins played last week, so we know Romeo Dobbs is out. I don't know, man. I feel like I should change the poll to, are you starting Christian Watson tonight? Because I'm spooked about Watson. Is that crazy, guys? Let me know. We'll talk about that throughout the night. But I feel like I'm going to get a lot of Christian Watson questions tonight. And I just don't know exactly where I'm at with Christian Watson right now. So, by the way, guys, Steven had a family emergency. Steven cannot make it tonight. So, hop on Discord. Wish Steven go say something nice to Steven. He's not able to make it tonight. But, Steven, we miss you. And we'll have you next. Well, actually, next week's Thanksgiving. So, we'll see. We'll get Steven on here soon. But, let's see. All right, boy Kevin, what's up, bro? A super chat. Thank you. Thank you, man. We'll put Aaron Rodgers emojis only in the chat tonight. Kevin, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. Winner L trade. I trade away Boyd for Lockett. I think it's a win. Yeah, I like Lockett there. Yeah. I think it's a good trade. Lockett's your wide receiver 10 in fantasy. I like Boyd right now, but no, I think it's a good trade. And Jamar Chase could be back week 12, if I'm not mistaken, is what I've heard. So I think it's a good trade. Yeah, I love the trade, Kevin. Thank you for the super chat, bro. All right, see us at the bottom of the chat. Bunny Hop, what's good, bro? What's up, little Bunny Hop? So tell me Rodgers is going to go from looking at Watson to not at all the next week after a huge game. I'll take my chances playing Watson after that huge game. Could change the whole relationship between 12 and Watson. Yeah, I think you could be very right on this. I don't know why I'm spooked. I'm just spooked is all I'm saying. I'm not saying sit him. I think he'll probably regress some from last week. And it is a great matchup. It's a great matchup. This Tennessee secondary has been awful. I just am spooked. I like having a large sample size to go off of. But it's fair, man. It's fair. I'm just really torn on Christian Watson tonight of all players. But I don't know. I think tonight's actually going to be a pretty good game. I think we're going to get a good Thursday night game. So I could see this being a competitive matchup. I just think both teams are going to get it done in different fashion. Obviously the Titans are going to be on the ground. And I think the Packers are going to throw the ball a good amount tonight because the Titans' run defense is very good. So, all right, let's hop into the live chat. Let's see what we got here. Travi, what's up, bro? Pick 3 receivers to start this week. Olave, Rondell Moore, Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams, DJ Moore, and Mon Ra. Ooh, got some interesting options here. Got some good options. I'm really scared about leaning on Hollywood Brown going into the week because if I'm not mistaken, unless something has drastically changed. He practiced Thursday. Okay. He's still questionable for the week. I just don't want you guys to rely on him and then he doesn't play. And then you're screwed on Monday Night Football. I'd have Olave, Rondell Moore, and Amon Ra in your lineup right now. Mike Williams, another one that's hard to read right now. I definitely said DJ Moore out of this group, but I'd have Olave, Rondell Moore, and Amon Ra in. And then as we get a little bit closer to Sunday/Monday, we can make a decision about Hollywood Brown or Mike Williams. Bryce, what's going on, man? Hello. Becky the Goat, what's up, man? Mooney or A-Rob? I go Mooney. A good matchup against the Falcons. Give me Mooney. Aaron Jones, Pollard, or Sanders in half PPR? Pollard or Jones for me, yeah. Who do you feel better about, Ricky? Face tinfoil in the house. That's good, bro. Should I trade away Christian Kirk for Pollard? It's very close. I'd probably keep Christian Kirk, but it does depend ultimately. Do you need a receiver or a running back more? Christian Kirk's playing really well right now. I think he's still being super underrated. He's your wide receiver 7. 21 points in week 9, 31.5 in week 10. And after the bye week, he gets Baltimore, Detroit, and Tennessee in a row. That's ridiculous. And he gets Dallas, the Jets, Houston, a little bit tougher. But I don't know, man. I like Pollard a lot. I've really been encouraging you guys the past couple weeks to start Pollard. But I think I might keep Christian Kirk. But if you're absolutely decimated at running back, you can consider it. Albert, what's going on, man? Mr. Sarcastic, what's up? With Hardman going to IR, where do you rank Tony? It's a good question. I kind of was like expecting Hardman to not play this week. I wasn't expecting Hardman to be placed on IR. It's a bummer because I was so high on McCole Hardman the last couple weeks. But Tony moves up for sure, especially with, let's see if there's an update on Juju. Juju has not practiced, so Juju's still dealing with the concussion. So Tony might really be leaned on in this Sunday night matchup against the Chargers. So I think Tony's looking like a really solid flex option. Little bunny hop, easy Packers W. I kind of root for the Packers to crawl back into this season. I am. I like to see a little comeback story. Let's see. Juan, what's up, bro? Bryce, Tony and Hollywood for Andrews. I have commit and Pitts, so I'll drop commit, try and trade Pitts for some Doritos. It depends on the rest of your team, but it's a fine trade, yeah. Hopefully you get some Doritos, though. Trade Pacheco and Higbee for Mark Andrews. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it, Nick. If we don't need the extra running back. Christian Watson or Isaiah Pacheco in the flex. Well, I definitely think Watson gives you more upside. Yeah, I definitely think Watson gives you more upside. Pacheco does have a good matchup, though. So I go Pacheco for a floor, Watson for the upside. But it's close between the two. So, guys, let me know in the chat. Who do you have starting tonight in tonight's matchup? If you have anyone starting, who you got? Packers want to play in the cold. Jones going to ball out again this week. I do think that Jones could have a good game. But the unique thing about Aaron Jones is, like, he doesn't have to run the football to have a good game. You know, he can get involved in the passing game as well. With the news of Hardman on IR, should I keep Watson as a wide receiver 3 with Moore and Pickens, or go with Tony, Moore, and Pickens this week, or start Watson, Moore, and Tony? I might go Watson, Moore, and Tony. Just take all the upside. Let's go with some upside, Eugene. How do you feel about it? Bryce, Damian Pierce, Foreman, and Randall for Adams and Evans. Take that and run. Right. Damian Pierce, Foreman, and Randall. Well, which side are you getting, Bryce? Are you getting the Adams side? I mean, it really depends if you need the running back depth more or the receiver depth more. But I might lean towards the Adams side regardless. Fran versus season defenses: Kansas City, Green Bay, Minnesota. Ooh. None of these teams are really playing great from a fantasy perspective. You know, not that they're playing bad defensively, but from a pure fantasy, I probably go with the Vikings. Believe it or not, that's your defense 10. They get Dallas, New England, the Jets, Detroit, Indy, the Giants, and Green Bay to finish the year. Outside of Dallas and Green Bay, and even Detroit. I mean, Detroit will turn the football over, but ultimately, like, they're averaging like 28 points or something a game, like something stupid. They just lose a lot of games, and their defense is worse than their offense. So I might go the Vikings. Things look pretty favorable there. But let me take a look here. I mean, the Packers are a defense 18 in fantasy. I do think that they have a talented defense, but they have not played well from a fantasy perspective. And they've gotten a little bit banged up, and the run defense has really started to get hurt for the Packers. I probably wouldn't go with the Chiefs either. They're a defense 22. I go the Vikings if I had to pick one. Let's see here. Juan, what's up, bro? Need a little help with flex. Currently have Watson starting. But with the news of Hardman and maybe Juju missing, should I swap with Tony? Starting to lean towards Tony. I think Tony's perfectly fine there. Yeah, I might go Tony there. I think it's just going to be a little bit more of a competitive game script. Godfather, what's good, bro? Hope you're doing well. Great to have you in the house. Travi, I think we hit that one. Well, let me know. I'm going to Lave, Rondo, Moore, Monroe for now. What do you think about that? Might be able to take a closer look at Mike Williams and Hollywood Brown as we get closer to Sunday. Watson has gotten looks all season when he's been in. I'm in on Watson. Okay, I like it. I'm sad Hardman is on IR. I expected so much from him. I did too. I had him in like 2 or 3 leagues. So, yeah. Traded Aaron Jones for Kenneth Walker. thoughts? Thanks again. What's up, Jesse? Good to see you, bro. Both are fine. I mean, honestly, both are fine. Yeah, I really like Kenneth Walker, but I still think Aaron Jones deserves a lot of respect on the season. So it's, I think both are fine, honestly. Tony has only been in Kansas City for a few weeks. I don't know how much the playbook he has been exposed to, so it makes me cautious to rely on him. That's fair. That's fair. And the Chargers haven't played great as a secondary, but they have played better than the Jaguars. So we'll see what happens. XX Lux, what's up, bro? Hello, hello. When is Buffalo going to update their stadium with field warmers? They're scared of snow now. It's supposed to be a lot of snow. So yeah, I guess they moved the game. So the game is still good to go 1 o'clock on Sunday, but it's been moved to a different stadium. I take Oreos for Pitts. Doritos don't hold enough value. Dude, Doritos are good. Juan, I think I might have to go with Watson tonight. I really hope this isn't another Thursday night stinker. I got a feeling tonight's going to be pretty good. Over under 44.5 yards for Watson tonight. I would not take either line for Watson. When I'm making, my bets, I'm not going to bet on a player that I have like one full game out of. It's not that he has one full game, just one full game where he's really gotten the opportunities. So I wouldn't pick a Watson line. But if I absolutely had to, I'd take the over against the Titans secondary. But personally, I wouldn't take a line on Watson. Think Cobb will put up some points tonight? Nothing significant, but against the secondary, it's possible. But I wouldn't trust Cobb tonight. Bunny Hop starting Jones tonight and dart throwing Watson instead of Gus the Bus this week. Godwin on a bye. I mean, I'd rather start Watson than Gus the Bus. Gus just scares me. The Ravens' backfield scares me, so I like it, Bunny Hop. I have Aaron Jones starting multiple leagues. Haven't decided on Rodgers yet. Yeah, I don't think Rodgers has a good ceiling. But like 16 to 18 points, I think, is pretty fair. DJ Moore or Elijah Mitchell. I'd probably go DJ Moore XXLX if it's PPR. Bryce, you get the Adams side. Do you need receivers? Because I do think if you need receivers, it's a pretty good trade. Brian Robinson or Allen Robinson this week in PPR. I go Brian Robinson against Houston. Yeah, I'm going to take the running back who plays Houston, although Gibson's going to see work in this game as well. But I'll go Brian Robinson, even in PPR. It's close. Close. But give me B-Rob. Why not? I mean, he played well enough last week. And Houston sucks against the run. Spencer in the house. What's up, baby? Go Pack, go. Let's go. I got my A-Rod jersey on. For you and Bunny Hop. For all the other loyal Packers fans. I feel like majority of the Catch fam is Packers fans. I feel like we're dominated by Packers fans out here. So, all right, let's see. Jerry, what's good, bro? How are you doing, man? Great to see you. Hello. How bad is the weather? Asked Diego. Last I read, it's supposed to be a little windy. And it's going to be cold. And there's like a 30% chance of snow. Hold on, let me try and pull it back up. Packers, Titans, weather. I don't have anything recent. 4 hours ago is the most recent. I think this is the article I read. Oh my gosh, the screen is so bright. Low temperature expected to hit 22 degrees with 8 to 10 miles per hour breezes. Gusts up to 18 miles per hour. 30% chance of snow tonight. That's about it. So, gonna be cold. Gonna be windy. Might be a little bit of flurries out there. About to block Spencer for spamming the chat. Diego, who'd you start? Kirk Cousins or Rodgers? I start Cousins. Cousins has given us just as safe as a floor, but a little bit of a better ceiling. So I'll go Cousins. What's up, Domino? What's good, bro? JP, I got to drop a quarterback, 2 quarterback max. Brady on a bye. Got to drop Deshaun. Only got McCoy, Brisket, Goff, Pickett, Dalton, Stafford, Tannehill to pick. Who do you think? Man, is it like crazy that part of me wants to say Dalton? As bad as he's played, I don't know. He gets the Rams. I probably want to go Dalton. Ooh. Tannehill's kind of close here. Tannehill kind of slept on this week. I mean, JP, really, like, you just don't have a lot of good options. Like, Goff has kind of got a steep matchup against the Giants. Pickett's kind of interesting, but I don't think I trust him. Stafford gets the Saints. They're kind of banged up. Dude, I don't know. I think, like, you've got just... like, I think all these players are, like, right next to each other in terms of ceiling and floors for the week. So, I would go with whoever you feel the most confident in. I don't think I'd go with McCoy or Brissett, though. McCoy possibly getting the Niners. Jacoby had a good matchup last week, did nothing with it. He gets the Bills this week. I don't like it. Golf, Pickett, Dalton, Stafford, Tannehill. It's ugly, bro. Who do you feel the best about, JP? JP, also start Watson, DPJ, Elijah Mitchell, Garrett Wilson, or Brian Robinson. Bro, I'd probably just go Brian Robinson against Houston, but DPJ, Garrett Wilson, and Watson are all worth a look here. But if that's a flex option, like Brian Robinson against Houston is just so safe, you know? So let me know what you think, JP. Start Rondo, Moore, and Lazard. That's perfectly fine. If you're asking one or the other, I'd probably go Lazard, but you can start either one. And you can start both, too. Damio, which two would you start out of these four? Robinson, Zeke, Foreman, and Pittman. Robinson and Foreman. Most volume. Best matchups. As a Packers fan, my heart hurts for Devontae Adams. He didn't leave us for a mediocre quarterback. Well, he did, but he left us to win. Yeah, I don't know. The Raiders are going to do this year, man. I think that one's just about over for the year. But we'll see. Can always make a little bit of a push here at the end, but I think it's looking very promising. Tony's going to match up next week versus the Rams too. I think I'm going to hold off this week and see how things go. I like it. Go Pack, go. Let's go. Yeah, the new YouTube emojis are dope, Bunny, huh? I like them. Bro, I'm scared about Watson, but I feel like the one game he was healthy actually popped. He was unlucky with injuries, though. Spencer, let us know what you think about Watson. We got Lil Bunny Hop saying he's confident in Watson. We got Godfather confident in Watson. Chat, let us know. Packers fan or non-Packers fans? You guys confident in Christian Watson tonight? Feel good about it? Let me know. I'm interested. And if you're starting anyone tonight, who are you starting? All right, let's see. Where was I? Jerry. Start 2. Gordon, Harris, Carter. I will go Melvin Gordon and... Excuse me. Oh, my gosh. I go Melvin Gordon and Michael Carter because I expect them to get the best overall volume. So I go with those two. I think Ramondre's really going to be owning that Patriots backfield. Red Gamer, what's good, bro? Don't know if you saw, but I traded away Swift, Kirk, and Wilson for Evans and Dameon Pierce. Now my receivers are Evans, Lamb, Debo, Tony, and Boyd. Running backs are Henry, Pierce, Mitchell, and Patterson. Ooh, it's close. I mean, it's not an awful trade. But I think Christian Kirk and Jeff Wilson are playing really good football right now. I mean, I like Evans and Pierce. But I may have held the other side. But your roster still looks fine, man. But I kind of like the opposite side. Can I package any of Devonta, Keenan Allen, Robinson, Dylan, Judy Watson with Kyler for Lamar? Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I would try to hold... Oh, it's Devonta Smith, not Devonta Adams, right? Yeah, I mean, I think like Smith and Kyler. Smith, Kyler, Dylan. Smith, Kyler, Judy. I mean, I think if you offered Devonta, Kyler, and any one of the other players, you could probably get Lamar for sure. Lamar's been playing kind of down as of late, you know? So I think that a lot of people would be willing to do the trade. And on top of that, Lamar Jackson has an extremely favorable playoff schedule. So, like, from your perspective, it's worth it to do the trade, in my opinion. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Start 2. Patterson versus Bears, Boyd versus Steelers, Tony versus Chargers, Debo versus Cardinals, and Standard. I know Patterson doesn't feel great, but I'd probably go Patterson against the Bears. Just a good matchup. I think he bounces back this week. Then I go Debo. But all those guys have a chance to score. How do you feel about it, Ray? What running back or receiver can I trade Debo for, or should I keep? I'd keep Debo because I don't think you're gonna get very good value for him right now. And I think he's gonna turn it around. I do. But he's your wide receiver 30. Like, if you're gonna trade him straight up, I just don't know if you're gonna get good enough value as opposed to keeping him and holding his potential ceiling. Albert, Hurts or Fields? Whoo! I probably go... Oh my gosh. You can't go wrong. Hurts for the floor, Fields for upside. I mean, Fields gets the Falcons. Like, it's just ridiculous. I'd probably go Fields. But technically, I have Hurts one spot higher in my rankings. But it's like the top 3 or 4 guys this week. I mean, I don't know. You can't really. Like, I got Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, Fields. I think are my top 4. And then Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. So, I don't know. Hurts against the Colts is pretty good. I just ride the wave. Go Fields, but they're both phenomenal. You can't go wrong here. Jimmy G versus Cardinals or Mariota. I go Jimmy G. Yeah, far safer. Andrea, hello, hello. What's going on? Does DeAndre Hopkins really have a hamstring injury? He might. Yep, hamstring issue. Didn't practice Thursday due to hamstring injury. Gonna have to keep an eye on it. That's all we can do. Gosh, man, come on. Hollywood might be coming back now. Hopkins might be out. Like, come on, man. Come on. All right, guys, we're about halfway through the stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Hop in the live chat. Let me know what's up, guys. Need 2. Christian Watson, Alan Lazard, Pittman, Tony, Chris Olave. Ooh. Good options, Andrea. I'd probably go Lazard and Chris Olave, but Tony and Watson bring some upside, too. Spence, I'm confident in Watson as long as he keeps his head up, not make stupid rookie mistakes. Okay. I like it. I like it. Bunny Hop, I'm confident they're trending in the right direction, and last game could be huge for them. Let's go, Packers. I'm rooting for you guys as Packers. Someone's got Russell Wilson. I think they're going to drop him Saturday. I think I'll waiver wire him instead of the other guys. I'd rather have Russell Wilson this week against the Raiders than all those other choices. So I kind of like it, JP. Need to start 3. Lazard, Watson, Devonta Smith, Rondo Moore, Tyler Boyd, full PPR. Okay, what's up, Zach? Give me Lazard. I like Lazard a lot tonight against the Titans. And I go Rondo Moore and Tyler Boyd personally. Yeah. If you want to go for more upside, maybe swap Watson for Lazard. But especially now that Hopkins has an injury popping up, I'd start Rondo Moore. Even if Hollywood comes back, I think you're fine. So Moore, Boyd, and Lazard is who I'd have in. But you got 2 really good upside options in Watson and Devonta Smith. But I am worried about Devonta Smith this week. He gets the Colts. Tough matchup. Believe it or not, the Colts are the best team in the league against the receiver position. So, I don't know how that happened, but it just doesn't feel that way. I mean, no discredit to Stephon Gilmore, but it just hasn't felt that way. All right. Do I trade Kenneth Walker and A.J. Brown for Pacheco, Sanders, and Hill? Ooh, I'd consider it. I consider it, Brian. Kind of depends on the rest of your roster. You get a little bit of a downgrade at running back to Miles Sanders, and you get Pacheco as well, so you gain some more depth. But you get I mean, I like A.J. Brown, but you get a huge upgrade, you know. Let's see, Brown is your wide receiver 9. He's going to drop back a spot or 2. He's got a bad matchup this weekend. Hill's on bye, but Hill's your wide receiver 1. So I consider it for sure, Brian. How do you feel about it, man? Like, Sanders not going to give you a ceiling, but he's super safe on a weekly basis. And then Pacheco holds some value right now for sure. Going to be the number 1 guy there. So I consider this trade. Do I trade Dameon Pierce for Aaron Jones and half PPR? I mean, you get more upside out of Aaron Jones. A little bit more risk, a little bit more volatility on a weekly basis, but far more upside. So I consider it, but I still like Pierce. He's very safe on a weekly basis. Son of Jacob, Lazard or Watson? I go Lazard, personally. Jerry, overall 17-4 in the Catch Fam leagues. Jeez. Killing it, man. I'm scared of your team right now. Not going to lie. I think you might run the table in League 1. Ron the Goat, what's up, bro? How are you doing? Fields or Lamar? I'll go Fields. Hurts with no Goddard, going to be ugly. Yeah, Goddard is a big loss. That's a good point. I guess he'll be back a couple weeks, though. So luckily he avoided a season-ending injury. But I'm still... that's a good point. Good security blanket, good red zone target. So that is a little spooky, for sure. And Goddard on my fantasy team, so I miss him. Don't mess with hammy injury, suspense. Monitor it closely, very closely. D-Hop is a different breed, but with a hammy injury, it's not ideal for a receiver. Look at Keenan, yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Last question, Foster Moreau or Tyler Conklin? I go Foster Moreau. Yeah, sucks to see Ertz is gone. Bunny Hop, John, can you take a look at Catch Fam League number 2? It's me versus Talks, both 8-2. Analyze that game. Yeah, of course, bro. Let's take a look. Oops, sorry. Clicked on the wrong thing. Let's see. League 2. Hold on, I'm getting there. Bad team versus tiny leaps. All right, so Tox has got Herbert at quarterback. You've got Josh Allen, so I'll give you the nod there. Starting running backs, Tox has got Henry and Pollard. You've got Patterson and Jones. Ooh. I think Henry's going to have a good night, and I like Pollard this week. But I still like Patterson and Jones this week. I still feel like I got to give the nod to running backs to Tox, but it's close. If Henry has a down game for whatever reason, then I'll lean your side, but we'll find out tonight, Jones versus Henry. Right now, I'll give the nod to Tox, but it's close. All right, JJ on your side, Adams on his side, Mooney on his side, Davis on your side. Ooh. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Who? Let's break this into 2 parts. JJ versus Adams. I'll give JJ the nod. Adams a tougher matchup, but he played well against Denver earlier in the season, but it's close. I'll give JJ the nod. Mooney versus Davis. I'm going to give Mooney the nod against Atlanta, who's played awful against position. And Gabe Davis with a lot of volatility. Lots of boom or bust, right? I'll give Mooney the nod there. Close. Kittle versus Freiermuth. I got to go Kittle. He plays Arizona. They're the worst team in the league against position. But I still like Freiermuth. Ooh, this is tough, Bunny Hop. Gibson versus Rondale Moore. I got to give Gibson the nod. He gets Houston. They're the worst team in the league against the position. I do like Rondale Moore I like all your starts, Bunny Hop. You still have a really good shot here. But looking at pure matchups, some of these matchups I like better for Talks. Duvernay versus Carolina or Foreman versus Baltimore. I'll actually give the nod to Foreman. I'm a little bit spooked of Baltimore's run defense. They looked really good last week. They wrapped up Kamara, but I'll give the nod to Foreman. I just don't like Duvernay this week. I don't love Duvernay when he lines up as wide receiver 1. He hasn't played well when opposing teams know he's going to be the wide receiver 1. He's played well when he's been thrown into a game as a wide receiver 1 due to injuries. I'll get the nod to Foreman there. Tucker or Badgley? I got to go Tucker. Green Bay or Cincy? I'll go Green Bay. That one's a toss-up. I'll go Green Bay. Oh, you got ETN on bye. Oh, he's got Tyreek Hill on bye. So you both lose a good player to bye week, but you're probably happy he's got Hill on bye. It's a good matchup, bro. Man, you guys both got good benches, too. It's a good matchup for sure. Very close here. That's gonna be, you know, a couple things go right in one direction or the other. It's gonna be really close here. Gonna be really close. Whew. How do you feel about it, bro? It's gonna be a fun one. Caleb, what's up, bro? How do you feel about Pitts this week? Also, how do you feel about starting Daniel Jones? I don't mind Daniel Jones. A good matchup. But keep in mind, I do think that the Giants are going to run the football a lot. So I don't know how high of a ceiling Danny Dimes has. Pitts is fine if you don't have better options, but I don't like Pitts at the same time. If you have better options, I go with them. I don't trust Pitts. That's all. DJ Moore, Rondale Moore, Kadarius Toney. Probably Rondale Moore. George, did I skip you? I hit that one. I don't mind the trade. I think that Jones brings the upside there for sure, but Pierce still brings a little bit more consistency at the position. Starting to Pollard, Foreman, and Pacheco. I definitely start Pollard, but it's close because Pacheco is a better matchup for Foreman, or in comparison to Foreman. Foreman has just been playing better. So, like, I don't know. I probably go Foreman, but it's close. Spence, I won my big money league matchup last week by 2 points. The other guy had Goddard, so I'm not going to say I'm happy he got hurt, but I was kind of happy he got hurt. Fair enough. I get it. Do you think Everett will play this week? What about A.J. Brown? It's a little early to say. But they both have an opportunity to for sure. Let's take a look. Everett was limited today. They're going to want Everett out there, but it's a groin injury. It's not easy. Brown, on the other hand, Eagles dealing with a lot of injuries. Him and Devonta Smith limited this week. Keep an eye, guys, because it's a tough matchup for Brown and Smith. So keep an eye on things here. Goddard, ooh. I don't know, man. You got Brown banged up. You got Smith banged up. You got Goddard out for a couple weeks. It's looking a little spooky there. We'll have to see, Caleb. LJ, what do you think chances of Devontae and Juju playing this weekend? Start to Devonta, Juju. This is Devonta Adams, right? He's questionable with an ab injury. I think he'll line up. Juju, on the other hand, you've got to. It's tougher. I don't know if Juju's going to play. Juju's tough because he's in concussion protocol, so that one's a lot closer. I would not bank on Juju being out there. Yeah, that one's a lot tougher to take a look at. I would definitely have Adams in your starting lineup right now. And I'd probably go Tyler Boyd or Rondale Moore. Tyler Boyd, a little bit of a better matchup. So I probably have Devontae and Tyler Boyd in my starting lineups right now. Yeah. So Jacob, start 3. Tony, Peoples-Jones, Moore, Lazard, Tony. I would go Tony, Lazard, and Rondale Moore, personally. Cooper, pick 2. B-Rob, Gus Edwards, Foreman, Pacheco, A.J. Dillon, Melvin Gordon. I go B-Rob against the Texans. Too good of a matchup to ignore. And I'd probably go Foreman. But Pacheco's okay, too, against the Chargers. Bunny Hop, I've been projected to lose most of the season in Catch League. Got no problem coming in as the underdog versus Tox. Fun matchup, though. Yeah, I mean, you've wanted one or two of those players underperform for talks, I think you win. But it's gonna be close. I mean, that's a good matchup, man. I'm glad we took a look at that. That's a good matchup for sure. I just lost to the worst team in my league and I had one loss. What's up, LeBron's brain? What's up, bro? What's going on with you? Was that in the Catch Fam League? Thoughts on Treylon Burks tonight? I would not start Burks unless you're just absolutely desperate in a deep league. Like, I would not start Burks, no. I don't have any faith in that receiving core. Let's see here. What's up, Scriv? Would you trade Pat Freiermuth and Christian Watson for Amari Cooper? Tight ends Hawkinson, Paz on the bench. My wide receivers are Hill, Chase, Higgins, Boyd, Hollywood Brown. Yeah, I would. I mean, you're going to start Hawkinson anyways. You know, he's a top 5 tight end. And I like Pat Freiermuth. I think he's been pretty underrated on the season. He's your tight end 9 so far on the year. But Hawkinson's not going to have a bye week because Minnesota's bye week was in week 6. So, like, you can start him week in and week out, you know, because that's what you do with the top 5 tight end, right? And then you need some receiver help, but you also need some consistency at receiver. So, especially with Chase still not back, Hollywood Brown. I mean, hopefully you get Hollywood Brown and Chase back soon, right? But yeah, I would do the trade. I'd get Cooper here. How do you feel about it, Scriv? I would do the trade. Yeah. You got Hawk. You replace Watson's, you know, boomer bust potential with Cooper's consistency. I think it's good, man. Debo or Watson? I'd probably go, well, I don't know. Debo gives you a floor. Watson gives you upside. What do you feel like you need to play for this week? Are you, you know, going in your matchup as the underdog? You know, if you are, then you might want to go Watson. So, Debo has been kind of underperforming as of late, but I do think he'll bounce back this week. I think he'll bounce back sooner rather than later, but if he doesn't, then you're probably going to want to go Watson. So if you want to go for that upside, then I think that's perfectly okay. And Watson's going to give you that upside where Debo, unfortunately at the moment, is not necessarily giving you the upside. Projected neck and neck. I mean, Watson's got a great matchup. Really good matchup. Tennessee's secondary's just been doo-doo. So, you might want to go for it. Will Watson even get a TD or a pass? Well, I can't tell you that. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't tell you that. You know, I'd love to be able to know, but it's I mean, you know, we've talked about it throughout the night, right? Like, good matchup. Rodgers looked his way all day last weekend, and he has throughout the years. Godfather brought up earlier in the chat. It's just, you know, Watson's been hurt a lot, so it's a good matchup. Let's see here. Cooper, deep league here. Gallup, Burks, Ben Skowronek, Landry, Terrace Marshall, Nico Collins, or Isaiah McKenzie. If you can only pick one, I'd probably go Terrace Marshall. The Ravens secondary hasn't played great as a unit this year. I'd probably go Terrace Marshall. Gallup's kind of worth a look too. I'd probably go with one of those two. Nico Collins not bad. Nico Collins not that bad either. But I'd probably go Terrace Marshall. Who do you think? What do you feel? Who do you feel the best about? He offered the Panthers running back for same package. My running backs are Sanders, Pierce, and Connor. I kind of like it for Cooper more, but you do look like you're kind of hurting at running back. But I think that there's still some volatility to Donta Foreman, so I think with the injuries to guys like Chase and Hollywood, he could be coming back soon. You might just want to get Cooper. But let's say Chase comes back week 12. Let's say Hollywood comes back this week. You're probably set at receiver between Hill, Chase, Higgins, Boyd, and Hollywood. But I do think, you know, if you want to go get that additional running back, I don't have a problem with that either. I feel like you're in a position where you can do either trade, whatever you feel better about, getting that extra running back or getting that extra receiver for your team. But I hate to see you end up with too many receivers if you end up with Cooper, Hill, Chase, Higgins, Boyd, and Hollywood. You got 6 starters. You can't start them all every week, and you can't trade them after this week, more than likely, depending on your league. But so it's close there, man. You might want to go for the running back. But I still think that Foreman is going to have some weeks where he doesn't perform as well as others. And I have it already in my lineup, but hey, who knows? I hope he balls out for you, bro. We had a lot of faith in the chat earlier on Christian Watson, so I don't think it's a bad move. Caleb, I missed it from earlier. Do you think A.J. Brown and Everett play? I think it's going to be close for Everett because it's a groin injury, but A.J. Brown I think will suit up. But just keep in mind, I don't see a crazy high ceiling for A.J. Brown this week because it's still a tough matchup against the Colts. I don't know if it matters for A.J. Brown. Like, you're still going to start him if he plays. So, it's too hard to say, man. I looked at the reports. It's still too early to say, Caleb. Buddy, I have one final Go Pack Go before the game. About to head out. Love you, John. Hope you and the fam have a great night. You too, bro. Always appreciate you, man. Much love. How do you feel about starting Daniel Jones? If you need to stream a quarterback, Danny Dimes is fine. But keep in mind that the Giants are probably going to run the football a bit against the Lions. So it's close. I don't think he brings a ton of upside, but the floor is completely safe. I was definitely leaning Collins or Marshall. I definitely think those are 2 of the better options for you, Cooper. I want to like Gallup, but I'm not quite there, you know. But I would definitely Watson and Nico I think are good options. Yeah. Excuse me, Marshall or Nico are good options. Commanders or Titans defense? I'd probably go the Commanders. I think you get a lot more upside out of the Commanders' defense, Justin. How do you feel about starting Pitts this week? I'm desperate, and I really don't want to drop him. If you're desperate, just roll with him. You know, if there's not better options out there, just roll with Pitts. I mean, Hayden Hurst got dropped in a lot of leagues, but it's not like he brings a ton of upside, you know? I probably just roll with Kyle Pitts if you don't have better options, man. And you know I don't like Kyle Pitts, but if you got to do it, you got to do it. So it is what it is, man. Let's see here, Diego. I trade Jamar Burrow Walker for CMC and Lamar, mainly because I need to win to make playoffs. Is this good? Oh, you traded already. Yeah, because you don't have certainty on Jamar. I mean, CMC's still splitting time with Mitchell. It's close. I mean, actually, like, CMC and Lamar have really good playoff schedules. So if you make it to the playoffs, you're in a good position, in a better position. But it's going to be close here. I still think Walker, Burrow, and Chase hold value, but you did get the RB2, and you got Lamar Jackson, who's got a really favorable schedule, actually, the rest of the season, including the playoffs. So I'm not against it. I'm rooting for Aaron Jones a lot. Let's go. All right, I'm rooting for him too then, man. Let's get it. Do you think Cobb being healthy might impact Watson's upside? I don't necessarily think so, but it's possible. I mean, I don't think Watson's going to have 30-plus points again this week. But could he have another good game? Sure. You got to think he's in the good graces of Aaron Rodgers after last week, right? I ended up trading Garrett Wilson, a second-round pick for Andrews in Dynasty. I'm feeling pretty good. I like it, man. I think that was a good trade for you. Lock up the tight end position for a bit. I guess really the only potential issue, like we talked about, is like if Lamar is no longer a Raven, where does what happens to Andrews' overall value? You know, if your life depended on it for one player to do better than the other, Isaiah Pacheco or Watson, I'll go Watson. Give me the upside, but just understand that it brings more risk as well. But give me the upside. Why not? If my life depends on it. But it's close. I know my man John doesn't like Pitts. I just don't trust Kyle Pitts. I just don't. I did CMC because I need to win this week. Hey, man, let's get it. Yeah, I will say that, like, if you make it to the playoffs, both of those players have really good playoff schedules. You know, I mean, I can't knock you at all if you got CMC. He's still the RB2 in fantasy, right? Or has he? Yeah, he's RB2. Eckler's still your RB1, so. Kenneth Walker's on bye. I'm down bad. I had to. Okay. Well, hey, man. I really don't think it's that bad of a trade. I still think they're definitely value to all those other players, but I don't think it's a bad trade. I will be very excited if you do make the playoffs. Because both those, seriously, they have really good playoff schedules. Caleb, I get an extra point for every tight end catch. Oh, it's tight end premium. Okay, bro. I like it. Randir. I don't know if I said that right at all. But thank you so much for the $2. Don't know. I appreciate that. Emojis in the chat. Oh, we got the goat emoji. Let's go. All right, start 2. Cooper, DJ Moore, Watson, Mooney, half PPR. Man, have you seen the stats on Amari Cooper on bye weeks? Bye weeks, what am I saying? And away weeks? His stats for away games are awful. I'm so spooked of Amari Cooper this weekend. And he gets that Bills defense. I think I'm sitting Cooper. This is a tough one. And I like Mooney a lot this week. I would say if it was a home game, I'd be going Cooper and Mooney. But since it's not, I'm probably going Mooney against the Falcons, even in half PPR. Obviously, Mooney's going to have more value in full PPR. And I'm probably going Watson for the upside in a half PPR league where you're looking for those touchdowns, you know? If it's full PPR, I might consider DJ Moore here. The Ravens secondary hasn't played great, but half PPR, I'm a little bit less confident because he doesn't score that many touchdowns. Plus, he got Baker at quarterback this week. So, I'd probably go with Watson, get that upside, and I'd go with Mooney in a really good matchup against the Falcons. Let me know what you think, Randir. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce anything. But thank you so much for the $2 dono. Let me know what you think about the answer there, and if there's anything else you'd like me to break down. All right, guys, we got less than 10 minutes here. Make sure you guys smash that like button for me if you haven't done so already. And let's get our final questions in here before we wrap up. Mooney, Watson, Paris Campbell, or Slayton, pick 2. Give me Mooney and Watson. Mooney, great matchup. Give me Watson for the upside. All right, we've gone back and forth on Watson tonight, and we're ending things with go with the upside. He brings it. If you don't want the risk, I mean, I don't know, man. I think you're kind of into, like, you got to go Mooney against Falcons. Great floor. You know? Great matchup. But all those other players bring some boom or bust to the table. You know? All right. Diego, appreciate it. I'm hopeful for players I'm holding as well. Rashad White, Wilson, and Pacheco. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Especially Jeff Wilson. He's balling, man. Do you think Everett is a great full PPR super flex start? If you don't have a better option, sure. It's a competitive matchup. Good game script. Everett's played well enough. Why not? Do you feel more positive playing Sutton this week? Yes. Because he played well last week in a good matchup. And this week, he's got another good matchup. So do I think his ceiling super high? No. No. But he's got a good matchup in the safe floor. And full PPR, that is. Juan, thank you so much for the $2 donation, bro. I appreciate you, man. No, you are the GOAT. You're the GOAT, bro. Dude, I do like these new emojis on YouTube. Juan, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that, man. That's very kind of you, man. Appreciate that support. I put too many characters. I try to send emojis. There we go. Emojis in the chat for Juan. Aaron Jones doesn't have an injury. was dealing with a shin injury, but he's good to go, cleared for the night. J-Dubs in the house. What's good, J-Dubs? Good luck tonight, bro. What's up, bro? Is Greg Dulcich a great stream, tight end, full PPR? I do like Greg Dulcich. I think he'll bounce back. It was a good stream, good matchup last week for him. Didn't do anything with it, but I think he'll bounce back this week. I think he gives you a safe floor for the week and a good enough ceiling, yeah. Watson hype train, let's go. Fearmouth over Higbee. Fearmouth has a better matchup. Higbee probably will see better volume. But the Saints have been really good against tight ends, so I probably do go Fearmouth. Are you a Packers fan? See the jersey? I'm not a Packers fan. I just have an Aaron Rodgers jersey, and I decided it fit for the night. B-Rob or Foreman in full PPR this week? Looking at matchup, I'm going to go B-Rob. Yeah, I'm going to go B-Rob. Close, but I'll go B-Rob. Yeah. I do think that the Ravens' run defense is going to continue to play well. They played, I mean, ever since the addition of Roquan Smith, played well. Playing okay earlier in the season, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Roquan Smith took them to a whole new level. All right, guys, get your questions in here. We're going to start wrapping up. We got 5 minutes. Guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you guys for all the fantasy questions. Thank you guys for keeping the fantasy conversation going in the chat. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out. Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Check out all the links down below. Make sure to join our Discord if you guys are new to the channel. Completely free to join. Got a great active community on there. You guys can always throw out your fantasy questions on there. Talk fantasy. Good place to reach us when we're not streaming. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Another good place to reach us when we're not streaming. Guys, we have quarterback rankings, tight end rankings, receivers rankings, running backs rankings. Must start defenses, must start kickers out for the week. Make sure you guys go check out the videos. Go drop a comment, go drop a like. Might help give you guys some further insight for the week as well. All right, let's see. How you feeling about King Henry and Jacobs this week? I love them both. Packers have not played well against the run. I think Henry's going to have a good night. They're going to feed him. Cold, windy game. I think he's going to have a good night. Josh Jacobs, another good matchup for Jacobs here. Coming off a big game. Oh, it's not really, it's actually a bad matchup. But the last time he played the Broncos, he played very well against them. You got to fire up Jacobs for sure. What's up, Warrior Loft? Good to see you, bro. J-Dubs with the super chat. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you, man. I'm putting emojis in here. There we go. Emojis in the chat for J-Dubs. Look forward to firing up a best ball playoff Friday. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I actually was thinking of doing something on the stream Friday, which is tomorrow. I was thinking of doing a mock draft, like a week 11 mock draft with you guys. That's actually what I was going to do tomorrow. So I was going to kind of throw that out here at the end of the stream and then throw out an invite at some point tomorrow. First come, first serve. So what do you guys think about that? A mock draft, just like if you were drafting for the season, like a mid-season draft right now. Like, that's what we're going off of. So what do you guys think? Sound like fun? J-Dubs, I actually can't do any Underdog right now. I restricted my account. You can message me if you want to talk about it. I'll put it that way. I don't want to put it out on stream. I did a good thing on Underdog, and then I restricted my account just to be safe. Jimmy G or Marcus Mariota? I go Jimmy G. Start 2, St. Brown or Lazard? Start St. Brown or Lazard. Lazard against the Titans. Two managers submitted this trade. Is Adam Thielen and Curtis Samuel for A.J. Brown a fair trade? No. A.J. Brown's side wins. You think Chris Moore sees more work this season? Potentially. Hopefully, if you have him in Dynasty. Dylan or J-Rob or Warren? I go J-Rob. Bass over Greg. Since they moved the game. Yes. Yes, I will go Bass. Ronnie, what's good, John? Need a full flex PPR. Olave, Watson, Smith, Foreman, Singletary, Pacheco. I would personally start Olave. I would not bench Olave. J-Dubs, Caleb, yeah, I'm glad you guys are excited for that. Yeah. I was thinking of doing a mid-season league like we did last year, but I just had too much going on. So, but I'd like to do a mid-season, even though we're kind of past mid-season. I'd like to do a mid-season mock draft with you guys tomorrow. So I think what I'll do, instead of sending out an invite, is I'll start the stream tomorrow, and I'll send the invite out on stream, and then we can run a mock draft tomorrow. So if you guys are interested, obviously if you guys are still on the stream, you guys get the first word. I'll make an announcement tomorrow in Discord, but yeah, make sure you guys are here for the beginning of tomorrow's stream. I'll send out the invite. It'll probably fill like right away. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. Jason, stop in and drop that like. Appreciate you, bro. Ready to watch the game. I hope Watson has good stats. I had him to start in a few leagues. Yeah. Gonna bring that upside tonight. We decided we're rolling with Watson tonight, so I hope he does well for you, Jason. Good to see you, Jason. Catalog, Diop hamstrings injury concerning. It is concerning. We got to pay attention to it going into Monday. J-Dubs, hope you can make it, bro. Caleb, I can imagine being in your league and asking you to start questions as well as ads and drops. I do get a lot of that. I don't get as much as you'd think, though. I don't get as much as you would think, actually. But, like, at work, like, some days I go into work and I just get asked fancy questions. And then, like, but actually, like, in most of my leagues, well, actually, I get a good amount. But not as much as you'd think, yeah. Most people will just watch the videos, which I appreciate, too, so. But sometimes I get overload. Like, I have Discord, Instagram, YouTube comments, people texting me, people talking to me in person all at the same time, especially on Mondays and Tuesdays. And I'm like, holy crap. Plans for the offseason. The offseason is going to be fun, man. We're going to do Madden. I got some videos I'm going to be working on in the offseason on a weekly basis. I've got some different... We're going to do mock drafts every week. One mock draft a week. I've got some different stuff planned. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited for it. Warzone 2.0. Watson, Stevenson, Pittman. I will go Stevenson. I probably won't be able to do a mock draft or in a league, but excited to see it. Sounds good, bro. C and B, pick 2, Mike Williams, Palmer, Watson, Pickens, DPJ. Watson. Go Watson here. Get some upside. Maybe Williams, but you can go Pickens or DPJ for a floor. I have D-Hop, Hollywood, Debo, and St. Brown. Do I start Debo or Hollywood if he's out? Yes. Yeah. You can start either of them. Well, maybe Hollywood. If he starts, go Hollywood. But I don't know if you want to wait until... Well, you can wait till Monday night because you got Debo. Yeah, I'd have Hollywood in if he doesn't play. Caleb, we're glad you found the channel as well, bro. Appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I gotta go grab the baby. So, J-Dubs, we'll talk to you soon, bro. I appreciate you, man. Toilet Bowl's gonna be fun, man. Hey, I would be honored to face off against you in the toilet bowl. So, all right, guys, hit that like button on the way out. Check out all the links down below. We got videos, rankings for every position, must-start defenses, must-start kickers out. Guys, good luck tonight. I hope Christian Watson balls out for everyone. Hope you guys have a great night. Have a safe night. Have a great Friday. Enjoy the game. Sit back. Enjoy the matchup. Green Bay, Tennessee. Gonna be a good time, guys. So, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Check out the links down below. You guys know what to do, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Thank you guys for spending part of your night at the channel. Thank you guys for the fancy questions. Thank you guys for keeping the conversation going in the chat. Appreciate you guys, man. Love this channel. Love this community. Love you guys, man. I will talk to you guys soon. Everyone have a great night. Let's enjoy. Tennessee Titans at the Green Bay Packers. Go Christian Watson. Christian Watson season. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. With that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch.